Welcome into MarketAbilities, and we're joined today by, I guess, our newest team member. The thing when we bring people on, it's definitely a trial run, but thus far, she's doing well. Presley.
Oh, yeah.
Presley, everybody, yes. So nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
And what a great stage name. She's got Presley Yeager, excuse me.
Wow. Wow.
What do you have?
Just Lucas Winkler, and it's
Ooh, Winkler's rough.
yeah. I think I just sell brats on the street.
So brats on the street, or every time I say your name, I think of Happy Days in the
teacher
Fonz. A science teacher.
No, that's
Yeah.
worse.
She is
I would rather sell brats on the street.
I kind of love it. Yeah. So no doubt, we're bringing her in, and here at Growing Media, we have a bunch of contractors. That's how we work. People with skills come here to show out, and we see if they stick. So it was interesting. One of the first conversations we had was the mindset and leadership discussion of it's very important to her to what?
To have work-life balance and to be able to exist not only as like a videographer, a writer, a cinematographer, but also as Presley. And like
As Presley,
as
yes.
a daughter, as a sister,
A friend.
a dog mom. Yes.
A musician,
Yeah.
an
Yes.
artist, which I'm learning so much about her. And I think that's brilliant that even at your age, you're thinking about that. So that's a win.
Yeah. And I mean, I think in undergrad, it's really pushed on you that we have to do all these things so that you get employed, so that you can make a website or, whatever, get the reel. Everything's for the reel.
Everybody needs the real.
Yes.
Yep.
And so, I hustled my junior year to the point where I was sleeping 3 hours a night.
Oh,
easily.
If that.
Yeah.
Because especially like being a double major in musical theater.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's a
So
lot.
like my
Glutton for
muscles are
punishment.
hurting.
Yes.
and
Yes.
all that good stuff. And then the next day I got to show up for a client, or I got to show up and direct a film. And it got to the point where I was like, I just can't do this anymore. Like I'm going to
It's
die.
an early grave.
Yeah.
It's an early
like,
grave, really.
Like I felt like I was dying. And so finally I said no to my first project, which usually it's people struggling to say yes to things. But I was like, actually, I can't do that. And it was awesome.
Yeah.
And I had dinner at my house for the first time ever.
That's awesome. And it
Yeah.
takes courage. I remember, I think you and I have had this conversation. And it's not an easy one to have, but you've got to respect those boundaries.
Yeah. Yeah. There's been a few times where
No, don't tell on
it's
me.
been
right?
no. Where it's like it's so easy to say yes.
Right.
Because you just want to do more, you want to be more.
Yes.
And you think that the doing more makes you be more, but it's not actually true. It's kind of backwards. Once you start to do too many things, once you kind of hit that threshold, you start to become less. And then you're not really useful to anybody.
That's very good. When you do more, and I mean a lot more, or
Yeah.
maybe too much, you become less.
Yeah.
And that is so true.
Yeah. And I mean, spreading yourself too thin is so common, especially like working in tech theater and performing and doing this and like writing my own films. And it got to the point where I was like, I have nothing to write because I haven't experienced anything, because all I've experienced is writing.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's something that we constantly keep, I think, at the forefront here at Growing Media. And I'm sure you guys do this in your own, places of employment. We know how important that is to people, and you almost have to encourage them,
Yeah.
I know recently I've defined it with one of our team members saying, hey, I would like 20% of your time spent on this, 30% spent on this. So it's so easy to get wrapped up in this 50% that maybe you like, which say it's the production or whatever, but without the sales and without making the relationships, which is these other percentages that we need,
Yeah.
this doesn't work very well.
Well, it doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
Yeah. So, I think a big part of this, and if you think about it on your own team, is leadership and who's actually looking at these things. And it's probably too early for you to weigh in, because she'll tell you, I think here we've sort of adapted or adopted, people have adapted, because we've adopted this practice of baptism by fire. Just, we want to see what you can do.
I mean, I had my interview with you and I was like, okay, this went well. And we're towards the end and you said, okay, can you come into the office? And I was like, oh my gosh. But I said yes.
Yeah,
So-
she did it. I think she asked one of the other editors, she's like, does this mean I'm hired? And I said, well, here's the deal. We don't ever hire, so we never have to fire.
Yeah.
You just keep showing up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've been here.
It's true.
Yeah. And that's the beauty. And gosh, that is really a word of encouragement to people who perhaps are so discouraged right now because maybe nobody's calling them back.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're not able to get a job. I would tell you, show up. Just show up.
Just keep showing up.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
There's something to that.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I mean, even as a business owner, like if your business is struggling right now,
Yes.
like it's as long as you just keep showing up and doing the things that usually move the needle, it'll start moving again.
That is so true.
Even if it's not moving at the moment.
Yeah, because people often, they're not giving their business the attention that it needs or deserves, or maybe they think they're doing really well and they kind of back off. And like you said, that indicator, that needle, man, you got to keep pushing and you got to keep going, in particular if you want that success.
Yeah.
So, but it's always interesting to look at these things because too many times we do get caught up in what we do at our business, right? The service we're providing or the goods or, even our own personal and professional talents. We think that's our commodity. But man, it's just really good to sometimes break down mindset and leadership roles and what it takes, because it also forces you to turn and look inside.
Yep. Yeah. So
you love to do that. I know.
So I'm actually reading a book right now called Tempered Resilience. It's all about leadership. And there's a quote I actually read this morning that really rocked me. I'm going to butcher it, but he said, once you figure out like the main thing that you should be doing, then that means everything else around that thing has to change. And that sucks.
It really does.
Because you are so comfortable in doing all these things that you've done all your life. And once you realize like, this is the vision, this is the thing I need to be doing, this is the path I need to follow, that means everything around it needs to be filtered through that, or you actually haven't made that real decision to follow that path.
Yeah. There has to be real cohesiveness there.
Yeah.
It has to make sense because that could be the reason something fails or doesn't come to fruition for sure.
I mean, I really think a big part of what we do is not only the ability, but the willingness to change and adapt and
to pivot.
Yeah, to pivot and to be like, okay, well, this path, like I can see a dead end, so I need to switch.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't want to go down there.
And I think
that doesn't look good.
Yeah. And I think like young people, especially like just getting started, they're so scared to get stuck in the wrong thing. And I think everyone needs to realize that you can always change.
You can always
go back to square one or even square 27 if that's where you left off.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm so hopeful, and I hope you guys can see it unfolding here on camera. What's really interesting at your age, just graduating, this is a really unique situation, but I kind of feel like this is more, this is kind of the way people do things now, where come in, prove yourself. It's either going to work or it's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would say most of the time, most of the people I've talked to, they give it like a 90-day period.
Yeah.
Like they'll actually take it. Like if you look good on paper and you know things have gone well in the interview,
sure,
they'll give you 90 days and they'll pay you for those 90 days.
Right.
And if it doesn't work out, then they'll just, you guys will part ways.
That's right. And I think
it's fine.
A big part of this industry is being a self-starter. I mean, ain't nobody going to call you and say, hey, can you come in today, or can you work? Are you getting up? Are you going to do anything today? Or, it very much is relying on you're not going to have anybody looking over your shoulder.
Right.
You got to come in, you got to learn, you got to watch what's been successful, you got to perform, and then you live with the consequences.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something you can't be taught, and you can't really learn it. It's I guess you can. But
after you're fired enough,
yeah,
you're
fired. But again, it's not just getting fired, but having the fire under you.
Yeah.
There you go. I like that.
I think part of it is like seeing your work come to life.
Yes.
Like I'll be like, okay, I want to make this film. Like, I'll tell you a really quick story, really quick anecdote. We were making this film called Gas Station Wine, took place in the 80s.
I read that script. It's a very long script, and it was great. It was very well thought out.
Well, thank you. And it needed a barn with a hayloft. And I was like, well, I don't know any farmers. And so I did something really stupid, and I just drove in rural Cape Girardeau until I saw a barn, and I knocked on the door. But
that's something you would do.
That's how a horror film starts.
That's something you
right?
would do.
I would totally do that. I would totally do
But
that.
it did. It worked.
Okay.
And it was this farmer, and he was like, oh, that sounds so cool. If you can clean up the barn for me, you can have it. You can shoot your film. And I did,
that's cool.
and it was awesome. But I feel like if I didn't have okay, maybe
Did you
a
go
lack
alone,
of.
or did you go with someone?
I did go alone, and
Oh gosh.
I may lack
Also
a little
something
bit
you
of
would do.
self-preservation skills, but I do have a fire, and I feel like that's really helped me more than anything.
Let's put a tracker on her. We got to be.
Yeah, right.
That's awesome. I love that. You
Yeah.
don't let obstacles get in the way, and you
Yeah.
figure out how to work around things. And that, I think that's what's interesting about our craft, in promotions and such. I don't think I've ever been asked the question, like, what are the hours either? Because when you're in content creation and development, man, you just work until we get it done, right?
I think I've gotten a text from you at every hour of any hour of any day.
I'm getting better.
Yeah. I mean,
Right?
you know that I'm asleep, but you'll just send it anyway, which is fine.
I know. I think I've gone to email after hours.
I guess that's
for
true.
People.
Yeah.
because
But
I've
it
had
used
it
to be
done to me.
text.
Yeah, and you know what? I used to do that because too many times I heard, well, it's good because I've silenced my phone and I'll just see it in the morning. Actually, you had yours set where you couldn't be interrupted by certain
yeah.
people.
No one
or
was getting
whatever.
through.
And I love
Yeah.
that. I said, but you need to make sure I can get through when I need to. But then I started getting those texts like random 3, 5 a.m. I'm like, look, dude, there ain't nothing happening at 3 and 5 that I need to know about yet.
Yeah.
So email me or something like that if
Yeah.
you're choosing to work those hours. But this has been an interesting discussion, and I love it. It's just it's a way for us to sort of examine the way things are working. How we can get better, how we can help other people get better. And I would say this is a punch term that you may be hearing now. Founder psychology is overcoming that entrepreneurial fear and putting yourself out there, which is what you're doing. When you walked in here, I mean, you kind of know it's like you just started your own business. We're
Yeah.
going to give you the tools and the team to work with, but it's on you.
Yeah, and I'm feeling it, but I like it.
Yeah. It's fear of the unknown every week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every week.
Yeah.
Is it really though?
Yeah.
What's unknown that's so fearful?
I mean, like, because you, I mean, I don't know about you, but I get stuck in the mindset of like, okay, I'm good right now, but like, I don't have business set up in October.
My calendar
And
needs
I'm like,
to be more full.
I need to make sure
Right.
I have more stuff going on in October. And I start to
Right.
get in that mindset where it's like, my next 2 months are booked out great, but I'm like, what about October?
That is so true.
It's so stupid.
We need to do a better job of that. But that brings me back to another point that we always talk about here at Growing Media. Do not, and this goes to your business and your practice, do not rest on your laurels. Do not rest on that full appointment book that you have or, that calendar of events and stuff. Because guess what? Like you just said, how long does it really run?
Yeah.
And at any given time, somebody could, run into their own issues and they're gone. And then what do you do?
Just change their mind. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very scary.
Terrifying, actually.
Are
Yeah.
you good with it, or are you going to run after this podcast?
Oh, I'm great with it.
Look at her. Look at her. I'm great with it, she says.
I'm great with it.
I love that. All right. What else do we need to explore where we can help those folks who are watching? Is there anything else, or was that a good little?
I just set clear boundaries. Like even with your clients.
Not too clear.
So
like some flexibility.
No,
this is
I
just
mean,
coming
with,
from the
with,
person that
with,
schedules.
with my own clients, I set very clear
Exactly.
boundaries.
You
I'm
have
like,
to.
I always tell them like, if you text me after 6 p.m., there's a good chance I won't text you until 9 a.m. the next day.
And as well, you should.
Yeah.
That is. Oh, I don't know if I've shared this with you. This is just, you get those little pieces shared with you throughout the years. And this was one. I turned to my husband one night and I said, why do they feel like they can text me at all hours or call me at all hours? He said, because you answered.
Yep.
The first time, because I answered.
Dang, Steve.
Dang. And I was like, whoa.
Spitting bars.
Yeah.
That was spitting
Spitting
bars.
bars.
Lay it
Yeah.
down right there. But yeah, that's the thing is,
Classic
establish
Steve.
classic Steve. You just want to decide, you want to be there for your clients in particular. We are. If we've built your website and it's an e-commerce site and there are credit cards attached and we know that there's a meltdown or a breach in the middle of the night, you've got us.
Yeah.
But unless it's something like that, it can wait.
Yep.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. Now look at this fresh face. Look at this guy. I mean,
Old.
this is, look. No. And then, we're here for
Decrepit.
you. So we're here to answer your questions. We're decrepit. We're here to help improve your business. We're here to, I don't know. I mean, we've been described lately as like miracle workers. We're doing great work.
I don't know if it's us. Yeah. Yeah.
They say upstairs, miracle workers. But anyway, we're here for you. Contact us if you need anything. And we'd like to hear about your business. That's why this was born, really like to learn from people who can help us avoid pitfalls, or if they've had bad luck or things that didn't work, so we don't have to go through that.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Let somebody else make the mistakes.
Any mistakes? I made one today.
You did?
Yeah.
Do you want to share?
Yeah, it's pretty simple one. I just didn't. So it's for an audio client. I didn't give him all the tracks that he had requested, and I thought I did.
How dare
And so he texted me this morning. He's like, "Hey, I'm setting all this stuff up," and he's like, "I don't have these. Like, you didn't send them." And I was like, "Oh crap." And it's like is something that like you just never forget or never think about.
Here's the proper answer. You're like, oh man, those probably didn't download or the transfer failed.
Yeah, no.
Listen to you again just to make sure.
I just didn't.
Let me look at that one more time.
I just didn't export them correctly. So,
Wow.
yeah, it was my fault.
That's okay. See,
Yeah.
that's what I love about this guy.
But here's the thing: is
admits it.
I did it before I had my shoot this morning, and so I got
You're
it all
all
to him
set.
in time. Yeah, so
Good
it's
deal.
fine.
All right, before we wrap up, I guess we're going to give Presley, the newbie, we'll give you the last word. I mean,
The
I
last
hope it's
word.
meaningful, man. I hope it really encourages
She loves to put
us
people
and,
on the
like,
spot to
lifts
do
us,
this.
you know.
Yeah.
It's so kind of you
Yeah.
to put me on the spot like this.
What do you have?
I feel like the last word is just to say yes until you can't anymore. And then, thanks. I tried. But say yes until you can't anymore and jump in the water and swim till you drown. And then get
Preferably
out.
not drowning.
No, but I feel like you can get out of the
Wade.
water.
Wade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wade.
Just like ankle deep. Just
Yeah.
get in.
Yeah. Maybe doggy paddle sometimes.
Absolutely. I'm a big fan of the doggy paddle. No
Doggy
doubt.
paddle.
Okay. That's the last word, guys. Just doggy paddle before you can
doggy
swim or
paddle.
learn to swim or I mean,
Yeah.
that's enough.
I don't know. I feel like the metaphor's gone too far.
Yeah, it has.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.